All right, let's get right into it. We're going to explore a really powerful idea today, one that could totally reshape our relationship with mental health. We're talking about an AI that could act as a sort of digital therapist, one that's available anytime, anywhere.
You know, this quote really just gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? Human distress, well, it doesn't keep business hours. The very moments we need support the most are so often the moments it's least available.
So, what if support wasn't something you had to schedule weeks, maybe even months in advance? What if it was just there? This is the first huge breakthrough this idea presents. Constant, round-the-clock availability.
And this, right here, just brilliantly illustrates that fundamental shift. We go from a model of scarce, scheduled support to one that's always on, right there in the exact moment of need, whether that's, a late-night anxiety spiral or 5 minutes before you send a text you might regret. So the crucial point here is this. Instead of waiting for a problem to become a full-blown crisis, this kind of technology could step in before things escalate. It completely changes the game from just reacting to damage to actually preventing it in the first place. So how would that even work? Well, imagine a tool that starts to see your emotional loops as they're happening. It might notice a shift in your language and gently ask something like, "Hey, this seems a bit like that pattern we talked about last week. Want to slow down for a second?" That gentle intervention, right there in the moment, that's the core idea.
Okay, but let's be real. An idea this big, this personal, it immediately brings up some pretty obvious and really important questions. So, let's tackle the 3 biggest concerns that come up.
Right, let's hit the first and honestly the most critical one, safety. This is what everyone asks. What happens when someone is in real danger? The way the source material frames this is really key. The AI's role isn't to be a replacement for a doctor. It's a triage and amplification layer. So it's not there to diagnose or prescribe. Its one job is to recognize when language or tone crosses a certain danger threshold, and then escalate. It acts like a safety net, guiding people toward human help much faster than they might get it otherwise. Now, for the second major what if, that fear that we'll all just replace human connection with a machine and become even more isolated, it's a valid concern for sure. But the argument here is that this kind of misunderstands the goal. The idea isn't for the AI to be a replacement, it's a practice tool. Think of it like a batting cage for your emotions. It's a safe space to rehearse those tough conversations, to learn emotional regulation, and to build the skills you need so that your real-world relationships can become safer and more successful. And finally, we have to talk about the elephant in the digital room, data and trust. I mean, in an age of data mining and privacy breaches, this is a total non-negotiable.
Yeah, and according to the sources, a truly therapeutic AI just can't treat privacy as some afterthought you bolt on at the end. The ethical bar has to be set way higher than it is for, say, social media. It would need to be designed from the ground up for absolute trust and consent, which could actually set a whole new standard for how tech handles our personal info.
All right, so now let's get into how this technology could build a future that maybe surprisingly doesn't replace human therapists, but actually empowers them.
This table clarifies a really fascinating division of labor. The AI handles the foundational stuff, recognizing patterns, helping you label your emotions, and de-escalating things in the moment. And this frees up human therapists to focus on what only they can do, the deep work on trauma, on complex family dynamics, the really heavy lifting. So get this, instead of shrinking the field, a model like this could actually expand it. How? First, it serves the millions of people who currently have zero access to any kind of support. And second, by raising society's overall emotional literacy, it creates more people who are ready and able to do the deeper, more transformative work with a human therapist. And this is where the impact zooms way out, from just the individual to all of us. We're not just talking about a new tool here. This could foster a whole new way of thinking about our inner lives. Wow, just think about that for a second. That single shift in perspective is profound. Moving from self-blame to self-awareness, from I'm broken to I'm in a pattern, that could do more to reduce mental health stigma than decades of awareness campaigns. I mean, when self-reflection becomes a normal, private, and constant part of our lives, it really does change everything. It normalizes checking in with yourself, it gives us a safe space to practice being vulnerable without fear of judgment, and it reframes emotional well-being not as something you either have or you don't, but as a skill you can actually learn.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most profound implication of this whole idea. This is the real disruption.
So why does this feel so revolutionary? Well, it's because it taps into this universal human need that our current systems just can't meet at scale. This desire to be heard and understood without someone immediately jumping in to try and fix you, that's something almost everyone craves.
Which leaves us with a final, really provocative thought. If the fear isn't really that AI is going to replace humans, then what are we actually afraid of here?
Ultimately, this isn't about the machine. It's about what the machine reveals about us, about our society. The real disruption comes when a tool like this exposes a massive, unmet need that's been silently sitting there all along.
And that is the big takeaway. The goal isn't just to make a new app. It's to shift emotional care from being a luxury service for a few to being essential infrastructure for everyone, as fundamental as clean water or electricity. It's not about ending therapy. It's about starting an age where fewer people have to hit rock bottom to finally get the help they've needed all along.